Hey guys, and welcome to season 4 of the Us People podcast. I'm your host, Savia Rocks, and in this season, we get to remember and reminisce back in time with some of our guests like...
Hey, we are Entity, and you're listening to
the Us People podcast
with Savia Rocks.
Hey, my name is Stephen Ridley, and you're listening to the Us People podcast with the lovely Savia Rocks, keeping it positive.
Hi, my name is James Green. I'm a TV presenter, sports reporter, and journalist.
Hi, this is Joy Langley, and I'm the author of Navigating Stress.
Hey, this is Travis Glossop. I am a creative radio producer for Kiss FM, and you're listening to the Us People podcast with Savia Rocks.
We highlight the strengths of our cultures, talking about diversity and inclusion, and speaking out loud and proud about who we are.
I was never that good. I was determined. I had a love for the sport, and that always fueled me.
But arriving into London and kind of growing up in a really difficult situation, trying to kind of make sense of my life with with at home and not being accepted by the people around me, because there was, in the 60s, there was tremendous racism growing up in London.
It's great. I'm glad, because I'll be honest, I didn't really work that hard at uni, so it was good to leave uni and really get on it, really because I also, as a person, I think I value productivity. A lot of people live to work. I think I am one of the work to live guys, but because my work is amazing, that's all right with me. So as a person, I go to bed happy when I've had a productive day.
We've also saved the best till last by honouring another artist and showcasing their talent as our new theme song, with none other than your host, Savia Rocks, featuring in their song. So guys, enjoy, stay creative, and as always, please continue to be kind to one another. Let's go.
Hey guys, this is the SheJay, DJ extraordinaire, letting you guys know that you need to be locking in to the Us People podcast to ultimately listen to me talk. Because, well, child, just listen to it anyway, because it's sick. Make sure you get locked. Peace.
Peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Us People podcast. I'm your host, Savia Rocks, and today I'm humbled to have SheJay here with me, who is an award-winning international DJ, and SheJay's actually got her own podcast as well. SheJay, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. How are you?
Oh, good morning. I am full of coffee and full of life. So it's like, let's go. Yeah,
all right, let's go. So I've been reading through your bio, but I know obviously everybody else is not going to know too much about you necessarily. So could you tell me a little bit about your background of where you grew up and how music became a passion and an influence into your life?
Well, I'm originally from Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up. I lived there until I was 33. So I've only been in London for the last 4 years.
Oh, wow.
And do the math. And I basically, music was always there.
Yeah.
I think that's always been an antithesis of West Indian families, and especially British-born West Indian families. But what I found was very different with regards to my upbringing. A lot of people presume because I've got, I have a Jamaican father and a British-born mother, like first-generation British-born.
Yeah.
So, both black. And it was a case of, instead of everybody kind of presuming it's just kind of like reggae music and stuff playing in the house, I grew up on electro, disco, soul, rare groove. That was my upbringing. So when it came to like the bashment side, the reggae side, I kind of had to learn that on the fly because it wasn't something I grew up with in the house. Yeah. Where everybody kind of like, oh, when you start here to Beres Hammond playing on a Sunday morning, it's time to clean the house. With me, it was once Shaka Khan starts playing in the house. That's when you're gonna start cleaning. That's how it went in my house. Okay, you start hear some kind of beats. You're doing the skateboards.
Oh,
so
fair enough.
It was one of them ones, and then it's kind of like on my dad's side, it's my dad that taught me about electronic music because he used to listen to a lot of house, and electro, and break dance and stuff like that. And that's when the hip hop attachment happened. Probably when I was about 8.
Yeah.
And since then, I'd probably say my heart is hip hop. It's like there's a particular meme that says like, I love you, but I chose hip hop.
Yes.
And, but yeah, it's been the one thing that has really strived me in the direction that I've been going in. It's not what I started DJing. Okay. I started DJing jungle.
Ah, okay.
Because I used to MC.
Yeah,
so
I was reading
that.
that,
Was
yeah.
kind of like my in. So, and then when I started seeing kind of like, I was always that MC who was standing by the DJ box, kind of just watching what they're all doing. I was like, how did he do that? And stuff like that. My DJ ear comes from my mum, because she used to teach dance.
Okay.
So with teaching dance, you learn how to count.
That's true. Yeah, so, you have to. You don't have a choice.
And if you can dance, my main philosophy is don't trust the DJ, don't dance.
Yeah.
Simple. And me, I can't keep still in the booth. I can't keep still. Because if I'm not enjoying myself, they ain't enjoying themselves.
That's it. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. That is definitely true.
So it's just like never trust a hairdresser with bad hair. That don't make no sense.
Oh, Jesus, no.
You know what I mean? What? That don't make no sense. So I've always been a person who's like most DJs, I would probably say, you learn to rave before you learn to mix.
That is true.
So if I am enjoying this, like I'm okay, not to say that I'm a DJ who plays for themselves, but I know the vibe. I need to keep the vibe and keep the energy up, depending on the event really. But yeah, that's where it all started. I've always had a song in my head since I was little.
Yeah.
And it's only probably in the last, 15, 20 years that I can listen to a whole song. Before, I was that person who wants to, right, change it. I want to listen to something else. Change it. I want to listen to something else. So DJing was perfect. Whereas now I really am in that space where I really do break down and deconstruct music. I listen to music differently as I get older.
Yeah.
And even down to kind of dipping my toe into kind of like production, you kind of learn how they put it all together. And I start to focus on certain sounds and stuff like that. I'm addicted to music, all music as well. So as much as my heart is hip hop, I'll go into a whole new realm. I'll wake up and like, I'm going to listen to Pink Floyd. And then I'll just listen to Pink Floyd for the day. And then tomorrow it could be Eric Benet. Next day it could be a Backstreet Boys bender. And it will just go all over the shop. Because again, a lot of people like to carry on like Backstreet Boys don't slap. They slap. Yeah. And I will not hear anything different.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
It is just across the board. I've always been that kid where I was never embarrassed to tell somebody that I liked something. When it wasn't cool for everybody to be listening to E17, I thought they were amazing. Yeah. When it wasn't cool to be talking about, yo, Shaka Khan's the best thing ever. When I was like 15. Yeah. When all the kids were, no, man, I'm listening to this, I'm listening to that. And I was like, well, Shaka Khan slaps too. Yeah. So I've always been that person who just always had that open mind for music. If it's good, it's good.
Oh, true.
And if it's great, it's even better.
Well, they say that DJs usually end up being producers as well. Because you have
vice versa.
Yeah. So it's definitely one of those things.
Exactly. It's just a case of just deconstructing music, knowing what goes together, and a lot of... See, I'm gonna go into my old lady rants now.
Go for it.
I hope you got tape. So when it comes down to how easy people think DJing is, it's like cooking to me. So there's a difference between somebody who can cook and somebody who's a chef.
Yeah.
I consider myself in chefing. I'm chefing now. I've been at this for 22 years.
Whoa. And
I still love it. I've tried everything. Tried the dancing thing, tried the production thing, tried the singing thing, tried the MCing thing. It's always been something to do with the creative space with music.
Yeah.
The day I heard a mix in my head and performed it, from then I was like, I want to do that all the time. And that's how it started. So when it comes down to actually deconstructing what actual DJs have to know how to do in their head before they even get to do it technically, knowing about key, knowing about pitch, it's a whole next realm of stuff that people don't consider. Because and even coming back to it's all, I've always got a food analogy. You'd never know that I lost all that weight a while ago, but yeah, it's always at the front of my mind. When it comes down to kind of mixing, you have to be able to select the music as well, because You can mix rice and cheese if you want to. But that don't mean it's really going to be the best thing to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can put salt in your cake. Yeah, fine. Probably won't taste good, but you can mix it. So not everything you must mix.
Yeah, true. I agree.
You know? So I've always been that person. I'm very selective about what two songs go together. Because in my head, from I was little, when I first heard DJ, I was like, oh, it sounds like one big song.
That's true.
That's what it should sound like. It should sound like one big song. It shouldn't just sound like that, then this, then we go over there, then da-da-da-da-da, then this. That sounded like a Christmas tape in a shopping centre. It's the, you know what I mean? When the Christmas tape, not everything slaps. It's like, okay, you played the McCartney one. You didn't have to go straight to Cliff. Should have kept it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Up tempo from there. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been very, very selective of kind of what order I put things in and work on the fly. I've never planned a set because it never goes to plan because you never know who's in the room.
That's true. That is really true. I've seen that. And speaking to other DJs, they said something similar to me about not planning. Some DJs do plan because they feel like it helps them. I know every DJ has a different strategy.
Everybody got their way.
Yeah.
Everybody got their way. But everybody used to tease me back when I used to carry so much music to a hour set. They're like, why do you carry so much stuff? And I'm like, well, I don't know who's going to be here. I can't be playing the Dizzy Rascals greatest hits and then my auntie's walking. They're really not going to be feeling it. So I need to make sure I've got the soul music and some you know what I mean, some big people tunes on deck because I don't know who's going to walk in. I can't go on a Barry White bender and now my nephews have just walked in. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I need to make sure I've got some nines there and make sure I've got some notes there and them kind of stuff. So I've always been very, very aware of who's in the room. I want to make sure everybody in the room gets at least one tune. They're like, yeah, big tune. Just a one gun fingers and I'm happy. Just a one. Just a one gun fingers. But yeah, man.
Talk to me about how you connect with the audience, because I know that's something that can make or break a DJ sometimes. So say you're in a booth, you're playing. Yeah, how do you feel the connection with the audience or the crowd that you're DJing with to know whether or not they're liking your set? Not just about them jumping up in the air, but I'm talking about that real connection between you and the people.
I think one thing that's helped me, and again, this is not a slight to anybody who uses different stuff. I don't use a laptop.
Okay.
Because if I'm looking at a screen, I'm not looking at them.
That's true.
That's where I am. So I do consciously watch everyone in the room. And then there's always going to be that one person, I'm just going to notice somebody just nodding their head. And I'm like, okay, I've got them. Because chances are the energy is rarely going to come from me. It's going to come from the people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So if I get one of them, somebody's going to start moving because she's moving. And then once them two people are moving, 4 other people are moving. It's contagious. Yeah. Energy transfers. So I've always been that person, right? If I get that one, got that one group there, they're feeling it. Let me work to them for a while and see where the energy goes. And just like I said before, I learned to rave before I learned to mix. So ultimately, I want to see that feeling translated to me.
Yeah.
Like back in the day with me following my 2 favorite DJs on the planet, DJ EZ, DJ Jazzy Jeff. Seeing what they do to a crowd and seeing the fact that they too will look up and watch the crowd. Seeing somebody behind a screen, it's not going to translate because ultimately they're just playing to themselves after a while. But if you really physically look at people, and even sometimes, because don't get me wrong, sometimes I'll drop a tune, I think it bangs, and all of a sudden everybody decides to go and get a drink, and I'm like, well, looks like we're going to have to change that rhythm. But if I didn't look up, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just literally just keeping an eye on the crowd. Depending on the place I am, I might pick up the mic, start chat to them. You know what I mean? Start bust to joke and large up all together. I see you guys over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every now and again, you see somebody just kind of look at the DJ like, I like that tune. I'll point back. Yes, I see you. Me, I'm feeling that tune too. Rhymes, my G. You know what I mean? Go get that one a drink. He knows rhythms. That one there. So little things like that. It's just a case of me just knowing, yes, I see all of you. Yeah. I'm here for you guys, and I want to enjoy myself too. So if you guys can work with me, the energy transfers.
That's true. Let's talk about education as well, because that's a big part of music. They never, when I was back in school, right? Music wasn't really the biggest part of education for us. Well, for me anyway. How did education and music influence you? Do you feel that having a music talent is enough to get you in the world? Or do you feel that education is something that you should have also, as well as having music? Do you think they can combine to two? Or do you think that you can have one and go through life with the one?
My relationship with education is, I'd say it's stunted, especially education in this country. Education in this country is not made, or how can I break it down? It's like, I didn't go to university. Main reason I didn't go to university is, number one, I don't like debt. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand the concept of having to pay that amount of money.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. I don't get it. And ultimately, unless I know that educational certificate is going to actually lead to something, I don't want to waste 4 years. So I said to myself, because again, I'm single, I'm an only child. It was just me and my mum for many, 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 many years. When it actually came to the crunch of I've left school, I was like, I need to bring some money in this house. I need to contribute.
Yeah.
Which is something that a lot of Black children kind of relate to.
Yeah.
We put some little housekeeping in the house, got a little job, little things like that. So when it actually came down to me thinking to myself, do I really want to go to university? I thought, I don't want to borrow money to go. I'd rather pay for it. At where I am right now, I'm currently doing some online courses and stuff like that now, because I know exactly what I'm going to do with the information.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like coming straight out of education to go straight back into education when you haven't done life yet is weird to me. Not to say that it doesn't work for everybody. Now, the connection when it comes to music, what they're teaching you in music class in school, depending on what you want to do musically, is two different things. If you know what you want to do musically, then you can kind of navigate what kind of music courses you want to do. But entry-level music doesn't exist. You're either musical or you're not.
Yep.
And I would probably say some of the best musicians on the planet weren't classically trained. Prince learned that by himself.
Oh my gosh, that man plays every instrument you throw in front of him.
All of them.
Yeah.
To a genius, godlike level.
Yep.
Because as far as I'm concerned, if you got ears, you can learn how to play an instrument. Because me personally, I school days, I played the violin, played the trumpet, played the drums, played the piano, but I can't read music.
Same.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I was like, well, if I know what it sounds like, I'll just copy what it sounds like. That was just the A plus B equals C to me.
Yeah. Because it's naturally in you. If something is naturally in you, especially as you were growing up, you had that rhythm from your family as well. So it's naturally going to come out of you.
I've always been musically inclined. It was just trying to see what lane fit for me.
Yeah.
So I did try all the instruments. No, I'm not really feeling it. I did try and do the singing. Not really feeling it. It didn't matter whether I was good or not. I have to feel it.
Yeah.
So with regards to kind of like the education side of things being connected to music, it is very, very, very important to recognize that what you want to do is always going to be what you want to do, whether you want to get a master's degree in it or you want to go and get 2 pots outside Oxford Circus and drum, because some of the best drummers I've ever seen are them man there that are outside in Leicester Square.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, that isn't something that has to be on the list. You just need to have the passion for it.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the difference between a creative and somebody who isn't creative, as far as I'm concerned. So I live in a very creative household. My partner's an artist. So this is a creative house. While he's painting, I'm playing music.
Yeah.
And we play to each other. So it's like he'll paint something that's inspired by music that I've just played.
Yeah.
Or I'll play something that's inspired by something he's just painted. Little things like that. So if you can get yourself into creative space And again, you are who you hang with.
Yes, that's true.
So if you want to be creative, you better be around some creatives, otherwise it's not going to work.
That's true. Yeah, totally agree with you
That's one
there.
thing that is guaranteed. If you are not around other creative people, it is not going to work. Even if it comes down to you saying to yourself, I'm going to have to move out. I'm going to have to leave my hometown. That's what I did. I love Milton Keynes with all my heart, but there ain't nothing there for me.
Yeah.
So let me go where there's some creatives. Let me see where I can go. And because I ain't afraid to say it, I lived at home for 33 years.
Yeah.
Because my mom said, if you move out, you move to better. So I was like, well, this is all right. I'm paying half the rent. So, you know what I mean? At this point, she's just a grown roommate. So, you know what I mean? She's not in my business. I'm not in hers. We still bust joke. She's still my best mate. It works for me.
Yeah.
So when I could actually do it properly, because my thought process was I ain't going back. So until I can actually go and live and go and do it and go and hustle and all of that, then there's no point in me rushing out to go and see the big wide world. Don't be too fast. Don't be afraid to stay at home if that's what you got to do to get yourself your leg up.
Yeah.
You know? But with regards to kind of education being a direct link into creativity, I don't think it is.
Good. I like
if you
that
want to take that route, if you are academically inclined and that's going to help for you, awesome. Because one thing that people seem to forget is when it comes to music and education, the education that we should be getting is our marketing, is our publishing, is the law side of it. Those are the things that we should be studying. But as far as it goes with the actual passionate, practical, musical skill, you don't need to be educated by that. The most education you'll get is probably by people around you.
Yes.
That'll be by that DJ that you grew up with who taught you how to mix. It will be your dad that taught you all about dub and reggae music and sound system and them kind of things, and your uncle that taught you how to string up a sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your brother that taught you how to taught you about different speakers and tweeters and mids and bass and all of them kind of things. They're not not to say that they're not going to teach you that, but you don't know what that's called on the syllabus. So
I don't think they know what it's called on the syllabus.
Yeah.
It's true though. It's so
At
true.
16, they're not going to tell you about why your speaker blew and what is actually wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Your uncle's going to tell you that. Your bridging on road is going to tell you that. Them man with the best stereos in their car, those are probably some of the best electricians you'll ever meet.
That's true.
You know? So it is one. It's kind of like that little like hood education. Don't be discouraged by the people that you grew up with that seem like they don't know nothing. Because trust me, everybody's got that. No, my uncle does that. Or no, my auntie is the person who kind of sorted all of that out and little things like that. So in short, because I can rabble, in short, with regards to you actually wanting to go into a field creatively, education, I wouldn't say is the first place you look. I think it is a case of you need to look at people who are actually doing it and don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, that's a good
one.
one.
How did you get there?
Yeah.
I've never been the person who said, teach me. I've always been, only child syndrome. I've always been that person who I want to work it out myself.
Yeah.
But I've never been afraid to say, I need a little bit of help with that.
That's good though.
Can you show me how to do it? Because I'll figure it out. Or you want to learn how to DJ? Go stand by the DJ box and watch people DJ. Simple. Go listen to what they're DJing. Go listen to how they mix. You know what I mean? Really utilize your ears. Too many people are DJing with their eyes. Utilize your ears.
No, I used to watch over. I used to stand right there. I used to stand on the top. So the DJ's down, but there's a standing area at the top where I used to go.
Like a balcony kind of thing.
And I used to look down because I love sound engineering. So for me, it's all about sound and listening to frequencies, how they work, how you put them together, how they blend. So for me, it was always watching what they were doing, but for me it was about listening to the sound within the room. So
exactly.
That's how you learn. So what you're saying is true. So for everybody that does want to be a DJ, does want to be a sound engineer, does want to be a musician, because you need to know your ears are the key.
Very important.
Yeah.
And people like to disrespect their ears too often. I did it for years until I had to utilize the importance of buying good headphones, not having everything too loud, putting earplugs in if I'm somewhere too loud, because this is how I eat.
Yeah.
I need to make sure my ears are nice. And don't get me wrong, it surprises me I don't have tinnitus and those kind of things, because I know DJs who have it.
Whoa.
With the constant ringing, and because they just disrespected their ears for years and years. A lot of sound, man, won't even tell you. And they probably don't even know that that's what that is. They just thought, oh, that's just what my ears do. But yeah, man, you got to look after your ears. Go. Because that's the key. That's the key. You can select music all day long. If one of your ears kicks out,
you're in trouble. Exactly.
There's a movie, actually, old movie from I think it's the early noughties or late 90s called It's All Gone Pete Tong. And it's about an IB for DJ who goes deaf. But then he learns to mix by standing on speakers. So he recognizes the
frequencies within it. Yeah.
Wicked film. From the perspective of a DJ. And that was one of the ones where I was like, yeah, my ears are really important. Because the amount of times we've all stood next to that speaker and when you're there just shaking away with the bass line. You know what I mean? Teeth chattering, drink. But when it comes to the point where if your work is very dependent on your ears, you need to recognize you can't stand next to the speaker no more.
Yeah.
Or you better invest in some earplugs, or even if you just put your earbuds in your ears, just keep them in. Yeah. Because when I go outside, I keep my headphones in. Whether anything's playing or not, I just protect my ears. When I'm raving, just put something in my ears.
It's good. I like that.
You know, have to. I keep my headphones on when I'm DJing. Because I've got the monitor speaker there, but I keep them on. So I need to make sure my ears are...
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially ones I know that everybody else can't see it. Ones like these are really good for your ears because they're closed headphones.
Exactly, they're closed. It's a protection. It's like a room for your ears. And
definitely. I like that. Definitely. Talk to me about the challenges of DJing, the aspects and the challenges of DJing.
Sorry, say again?
The challenges of DJing. So tell me about your challenges that you face, especially as a woman as well, within DJing. Because do you feel that men have it one way? I know things have evolved a lot within DJing, the world of DJing, but do you feel that men still get,
Yes.
Okay, right. You said it straight away. You said it straight away to me.
Yes.
Because I know how hard it is for a man and a woman when it comes to DJing. So a man will go in and DJ and then he will get all the praise. But then for a woman to DJ, how do you feel about it?
As I've said, I've been at this. My first public booking was in July 1999. So things have changed a lot since then. So I was around, it was just after my 19th birthday, I had my first booking. And nowadays, I feel like the gimmick is wearing off, which works for me because I've never been about the gimmick. I've always wanted to be very much me when I DJ. I want you to concentrate on what I'm playing, not what I look like.
Yes.
That's the difference between female DJs and male DJs. For one, they call us female DJs. Does my head in.
Everyone says DJ. Yeah.
With DJs. They don't, when it comes to you being a presenter, you're not a female presenter, you're a presenter. Even down to politically correct terms, they drop in actress now.
Yeah.
You're just actor.
Yeah.
You're just an actor. It's what you do. It's the task. It shouldn't be gender specific. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of relearning that we need to do, and I can appreciate that. And I don't really jump down somebody's neck if they say, female DJ, the SheJay, da-da-da-da-da-da. There's stuff that just needs to be kind of practiced, and everybody needs to be on the same page. So I've never been that person who's like, you will address me as a DJ. I'm never, that's long. So I'm just like, okay, I'm here. Let's just get this done. But the challenges have always been the physical attribute for me instead of them just focusing on my skill.
Yes.
Sometimes I have to accept that that's just the way it's going to be for a longer time.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, there still is a whole heap of DJs out there that are women that are going to capitalize on their look before they figure out how to mix properly.
Mm-hmm.
And works. I've never knocked the next man's hustle.
Yeah, true.
It works for you, go make your money. But don't interrupt mine. I will go and I will grind for my bookings and such and such. This is the first year of all years that I decided to quit my job and become a DJ full time. Oh. yeah, I did that in February, and then the world closed in March.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But on the other hand, 2020 has given me the pause that I needed to work it out.
Yeah.
Because this has been the most eventful year of my life. So I've been telling people, please recognize what 2020 showed you.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
Showed me some amazing things that I would have never seen if I was up, down, round, round, just rat race. To stop had me literally had to sit there and reflect and say, okay, how am I going to do this? What do I need to do? What haven't I been doing? Where can I be? Who else can I be chatting to? It gave me time to really process that kind of thing with regard to me going into the realm of being self-employed, because I've been working since I was 15.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm knocking into my 8th month of being self-employed, and I'm blessed to be still getting work now.
That's true.
Because there's a huge percentage of DJs around the world who are not working. Yeah. And there's nowhere to work. So I'm thankful that I've got places that I am actually getting booked for still. But in terms of like the more in-your-face challenges, it's more to do with my age.
Okay.
Can I curse, or would you rather me
not? No, you can curse as much as you like. This is what the podcast is about.
I'm not a dickhead. Simple as that. It's taken me years to learn how to say no.
Yeah, I'm on your wave there. Yeah, definitely.
It's taken me years to learn how to do that. Not every booking me must take.
Yeah. And
don't get me wrong, not every booking might not be paid. But I need to know it's going to go somewhere. It needs to benefit me in some way. Whether it is just a case of, okay, I got to experience a different crowd, or I get to put a new city on my CV type thing, or this is going to lead to future bookings or something like that. But not every paid booking I must take either. Simple as that. Not every paid, but not every money is good money.
That's true, you know. That is really true. That's one thing I learned.
I'm getting because promoters, they can sell you a dream. They can sell you a dream, master. When I tell you I have done miles to get to places, to play, to discover there's no other DJ, to then play for 4 hours.
What?
To then hear that the promoter's in Ibiza. Yeah. I tell them you better open the till. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just start unplugging things and taking them home.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough.
But it took for me to have to get stung by that same thing so many times and be like, oh, no, it's fine. And go home fuming, no money, bruck. Now I've got like 2 hours sleep before I've got to wake up for work next day. For me to actually get to the point and said, no, man, somebody have to give me some money, man. Did my work. Somebody have to give me some money, man. Somebody, anybody. Somebody gonna have to link. You have to order an Uber for me, man. Them times that I lived in Croydon.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the booking was all quiet at Tottenham.
What?
You get me? And I'm like, somebody better order an Uber, Regin. Oh, do you want some drinks? I didn't come here I didn't come here to drink.
Yeah.
Come here to play and be paid for my services. Now pay me for my services. And ultimately, I've come to that point in my career where I'd rather be proclaimed the bitch than be proclaimed a pushover. Yeah, book her, man. This is no matter, man. You just have to give her a little money and then it's fine. Nah. I'd rather end up getting overlooked because they know I'm not a dickhead.
Yeah.
I'm not a dickhead. It took for many a thump, many a kick down in this business for me to realize, okay, there's certain things that just can't be tolerated. So I need to put that out on Front Street. Not everybody's friend.
Yeah.
I'm very much a person who's very often by myself.
That's not a
bad thing. It's like I don't have a squad. You know what I mean?
That's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. It gives you time to reflect on you and what you need to do.
Exactly. And frankly, when I'm ready to go home, I can just leave. So I've never been the patient person to say, oh no, where's Kerry? And I ain't got time to know where Kerry is. Kerry came by herself. I've got my Uber.
Yeah.
I'll
I
see
think
you
that's
guys
one
on
of the
next
reasons
one.
why I love being a photographer, because you're just by yourself and you're doing your work. You're doing your work. You're going home. You're gonna edit. You have that line.
I love
Yeah.
my DJ booth.
Yeah.
I'm in my little room.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Let me do what I do behind here. Don't ask me to play nothing. I'm not the box. Okay? Don't request a song. Know what I'm doing. Just be patient. If you want to hear something, Uno have Spotify. Go and listen to that. You pay big money for Spotify and you're asking me to play songs. Get earpods in, but if you just listen to what I'm playing, you'll enjoy yourself.
That's true, you know.
You know? So yeah, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I can get real grumpy with people. Sometimes I just can't be bothered. There's certain sides of the life, as I like to call it, that I don't... Considering I work in an environment where there's alcohol, I'm not the biggest fan of drunk people.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
I'm not the biggest fan of drunk people because I'm not drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't care if it's your birthday.
What's the good and bad things about being a DJ, for instance? So tell me about the good side of DJing. I know you've spoken a lot about the music side, what it does for you internally, but tell me about the bad side as well of DJing.
Well, for the good side,
yeah,
I've met some of the coolest people I never thought that I would meet. You get to, in my experience, I got to meet my heroes and they were awesome. I'm so happy because they always say, don't meet your heroes. Meet your heroes. You need to. You need to recognize it, especially in this kind of social media age where we feel that we are very connected to everybody anyway, celebrity or no.
Yeah.
Getting to actually meet someone and their internet persona matches who you met in real life, it's a beautiful feeling. DJ EZ, loveliest persons I've ever met. Jazzy Jeff, one of the loveliest people I've ever met. You know what I mean? I'm just so happy that they were as nice as I thought they were going to be. Yeah. That kind of thing. You know? The money. Money's awesome. I can play for an hour and make what I would have made in 2 days at my day job.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Love that. When the first time I realized that, I was like, I don't want to get a job again. I don't want. And I worked that out time ago. I don't want. No, I work for people no more.
Well, you're just making their dream. The way I see it is that you're just making. So if you're working for a company, you're just making their dream come true, while you're slaving yourself and taking your positive energy, giving it to a company that's not appreciating the energy that you're giving. You're going home drained.
I'm sending some man's youths to uni. Why am I? While I'm here not knowing much. So when it got to the point where I said to myself, okay, this is lucrative. And this is lucrative on a skill that I kind of just have. It's like I didn't wake up one day and decide to be a DJ.
It came to you.
It was a case of I was always around my brethren's house and they got the 1210s out. And I was like, how did you do that? And then I just started doing it. And then all of a sudden I was like, hold on, people can pay me to do this? Oh, cool. That's how it evolved. It wasn't, because then there's a lot of people who all of a sudden woke up and said, I want to be an international DJ, and then just banged $5,000 on some equipment. And before you know it, they got main stage at Glastonbury. And I'm like, it pangs me a bit, but then I think, can't knock a man's hustle.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, when it comes to that kind of journey, it's not even a journey. And then you have to think, are you going to be able to sustain?
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Factors you need to keep up with. So many different factors you need to keep up in to be able to be doing this for this long.
Yeah.
And I say this long, I mean the 22 years that I've been doing. So if you're able to keep up with that, more power to you. But if you can't, I'm usually that one who's kind of saying,
I wish people could see you right now.
Working back in Asda, yeah.
Lord God, behind the till. Oh, okay.
Behind
the till. Okay, dude.
It's a shame. Well, I've got to go because I'm playing in Dubai. And I try not to do that because I don't like being that person. But every now and again I have to say, no, man, sometimes you have to be bossy. Sometimes you have to be bossy. I am the world's most humble DJ in the world. I am always the person who will keep my ass quiet, stay in my lane. That's your time. I'm not here to say, I'm not the person wearing white at the wedding. I'm not that person.
Yeah.
That's not me at all. But sometimes I've got to sit back and big up myself.
Self-worth is so important.
And don't let nobody tell you that being selfish is a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true, you know.
Because you have to put yourself first. You have to make sure you're all right. You have to make sure what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing before you start focus on what everybody else is doing. Now, but I watch no Instagram or Facebook and that is a highlight reel.
That's a 5-minute thing. Well, one thing I've noticed about Instagram, I'm not knocking Instagram because as a photographer, it's great for you to put your photography on there and show your DJing and stuff.
The platform's brilliant.
Yeah. But one thing I have noticed, it's a 10-second thing. You take a picture, people think that's your life and start saying, oh, I want that life. When you're at home with nothing of the sort of
that
what...
drops.
Yeah. Nothing of the sort. Yeah. I know, I'm a photographer. I'm telling you, it's nothing of what you guys think it is.
Never been. And they've been doing all of that faking the funk crap since MySpace.
Yeah.
So since MySpace and Bebo and Black Planet and all of that.
High five, all of that.
MSN photos used to have us gassed. BBN used to have us gassed. You know what I'm saying? So until you start see certain man with the big whip and before you know it, you look across and he's on the 109 with you.
Yeah, for real.
Because one thing that I've had to I moved my trajectory away from putting a lot of personal stuff online now that I'm full-time.
Yeah.
Because everybody can get sucked into using social media like a diary. So I had to get out of that and say to myself, I really don't want these people in my business. So I just stopped posting my business. You guys get to know SheJay. Yeah. My birth name is not on social media.
That's a good thing.
That's not who's sharing with you.
Yeah.
So what goes on in the house goes on in the house. I don't need to tell you guys, oh my God, I just went to the hospital. I don't want to talk about it. Then what a backside you post it for?
That's true.
You know what I mean? You better tell me all your business. You got me invested now. Simple. No, why did you go to hospital? No, tell me. No, you've opened the gate. I want to know all of your business now. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I ain't got time for all of that.
That's
so I keep it to memes
right there.
and music. That's what social media is there for. Memes and music and self-promotion. That's what I use it for.
Yes.
Every now and then something will give me joke and I will go on my story and I will shoot the shit and all of that. But ultimately, that is a SheJay platform. That's what it's there for. The bad side of DJing now.
Yeah.
I don't even like to say that there should be loyalty among DJs. This is business. Not everybody's your friend. If you don't recognize that when you get in, you shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
So I've made the mistake of thinking, oh no, yeah, that's my dog. And then before I know it, all of a sudden my bookings are dropping off.
What?
Because of information that's come from somebody else because they kind of want to
go on top.
Me dancer and then want to figure up so that kind of thing is like, okay, I am very aware that it's dog eat dog. Everybody's a DJ now. So I have to make sure that I'm putting, just like you can relate. Everybody want to call themselves photographer and I'm just off camera.
Oh, believe me, I know. Trust me. Yeah.
See, all of that. So it's like, it's keeping those blinkers out and let me just focus on what I'm doing. Because if I really look at the rest of you lot, I'm just going to be that bitter gal who's not getting anything
I've
done.
had many people cut me down. Say, for instance, I had a person cut me down and say, yeah, I'll do a headshot for £20. I said, 20 who? 20 what? 20 when?
I don't that. What am I doing with 16 gig memory card, fam? About £20. What do you mean?
Right. So I've been doing photography since I was a kid, and photography came to me. I don't know if it was a gift from God, a gift from the energies. I'm very spiritual. So if I believe if something has been given to you, nurture it. Yeah. Take it to the next level with it, evolve with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't afford a camera. I think I've told so many times this story, but it resonates. And most will be the same for you in some way. I couldn't afford a camera when I was little. My dad bought me this little cheap £5 camera where it didn't even have a view, a viewfinder in there. You had to lift it up, open it, and then you have your little viewfinder.
Oh yeah, because it's got the little frame.
That's the one, right?
I remember that.
I had one of them. Yeah, I used it so much because I loved it so much it blew up. Yeah, my family couldn't afford to get me a camera as I grew older. So what I did is I had a friend. And this is where friends come to it. You know, you don't have many friends, but when you have a good one, you have a good one. Yeah.
And unfortunately, people don't know how to recognize their good ones.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that too. We'll get into that.
You realize, should have kept that one around. You know?
Yeah. So then he gave me his camera and said, "Use my camera." Yeah. So I used his camera, and what I done is every little shoot I got, I saved the money I had. Put it to the side, and then one day I was eventually able to buy my own camera. I gave him back his camera in the same condition that he gave it to me, because that's important. When someone give you something, don't give it back to them mash up. Okay? I know you can relate to this. Don't give it back to them mash up.
I already told you, I'm an only child. I've only recently learned how to share. Everything's mine. I have mine. I'll get you yours. But don't touch mine, please. So it's taken a long time for me to get used to sharing.
Yeah.
And with that, because I never had, I'm used to knowing what it feels like not to have. So when I get the opportunity to get, and it's somebody else's, I'm treating that like the Queen gave me that.
Yeah.
Because in the back of my head, I'm thinking, maybe they'll give it to me. So I need to make sure it's nice. I need to make sure we keep that in a good condition, and you know what I mean. But yeah, don't give people back their things mash up. Don't.
No, I always say that to people.
I haven't lent anything out, but now I've had to realize. Now I'm gonna have to be nice and be personable. Yeah, you can
talk
borrow
to me
that.
about friendships, because that's something that you were just talking about, and I think people need to know more about friendships and who is there for you, who's not there for you. Do you have any experiences of where you've had an incident with someone and they've just either taken you for granted, you've either taken them for granted, or it's been both ways, or you've realised a good friendship?
One thing that I pride myself on is it's a gift and a curse. I'm painfully honest.
Okay.
If I like something, I like it. If I don't like something, in not so certain terms, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit there and tell you about your blood clot and you know what, I think this is fucking rare. No, I've never been that person to be all of that, because I don't like to put that energy out. That energy gives you wrinkles and my skin look all right. So when it could, you know what I mean? It's how black people stay young looking. So I've got to a point where if something rubs me the wrong way, I have to state it early. Because if anything gets out of hand, it's my own fault, because I've never liked that activity.
Yeah.
There's been situations where, and it's not even a case of friends, I get to a point where sometimes I don't have to sit down and say, you know what, I don't like the way you're acting and I think we need to stop speaking. I really don't like it. So I don't think we need to be friends anymore. So I'm going to block you on social media. That's long. I'm not 15. What I can do is just stop talking.
Yeah.
Look, I'm still convinced the universe gifted us the ability to block people's phone numbers from calling us.
Yeah.
And I utilize it. I block people for bad grammar. So I feel no way locking anybody up on social media and them kind of things. But if there's somebody where I feel like this relationship is unhealthy,
yes,
and it's not benefiting either of us, I will dissipate the relationship. And if you call me and say, how come I haven't heard from you? Yeah, I'll tell you. But I don't have to speak to you every day. I don't have to speak to you ever again. I'm an adult. I can make that decision. I can make that decision to not have you contact me at inopportune moments to tell me all of your hardships and not really take heed on the fact I might be busy. Little things like that. So, sorry, I'm just literally... I've got 10 minutes. I'm a social media manager as well. So I've got posts I need to post. I've already got them all drafted. So I literally just need to unlock, press send, and then they're done. But I've got 10 minutes. I'm a bit of a time Nazi, so I've always got 6 different things going on at the same time. So, but when it comes down to me kind of thinking that somebody has, oh, I can't believe they did this to me. I'm not that dramatic. Got things to do. I don't like the way that that's going with that person. I'm no longer going to speak to that person anymore. I still need to keep moving forward.
That's good.
That's about it. Took me a long time to get used to the amount, knowing how much power I have over my own life.
Yeah.
Nobody else can throw me off this track now. I'm on it.
That's what I like.
Thank you. My partner has been a very, very big influence on me keeping my focus on what I need to get done.
Yeah.
Which is a testament to the relationship that we have, because the relationships I've had before have been very focused on making sure they get to their promised land.
No, that's not how it should be. You should both go to the promised land together or elevate each other to get to that place. That's how it works.
And it was a case of I'm always the one who's just making sure that you're all right and is everything cool, and no, I can do that another time. Let me make sure you're fine.
Self-worth.
So I'm finally in that place where I've got somebody who's telling me, no, you need to build yours. Build yours, babe. Be a boss. You're a boss. And I'm like, yeah. So, yeah. He's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I am. So finally I'm in that space where I've got somebody who's got my back unconditionally. And that's not the reason I have theirs.
Yeah.
I'm naturally that person. I want to see everybody win.
Yeah.
But I'm not fighting for a seat at the table if I can build my own.
You can build your own table.
Babes, I am fashioning one big, elaborate, gilded, gold-trimmed, velvet cushion ass table right now.
Oh, Lord God, I need to come and take a picture of that table.
When I tell you, so the table them bossy.
Oh, Lord. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Listen, my table have favor rainbow.
Aye.
It have chrome and gold on it. And like crystals, they're on the edge.
That's crystals.
And yeah, man, and it big, but it fall up small, so you can take it.
You can take it with you. Okay, mine's purple. I love purple, so mine is purple and blue.
Trust me, come like holograms. So what you got already about it? What you got already about it? What all of them? Spectrum. All right. But yeah, man, I'm about building my table now. I spent too long trying to fit with other. I want to sit at your table. All of a sudden, it was my dad who said, "Why don't you build your own table?"
Yeah, I agree with your dad. I agree with him. Like what I said, build your own.
Table? So that's where I'm at. I'm building my table.
See,
and I'm thankful for the fact that I had the wherewithal to do that because, and just like I said earlier on, well, actually, no, I didn't, but I was meant to. Anyway, coffee's really kicking in right now. I'm in that place where I'm starting to realize the energy you put out, you get back. So with me building my own table, I'm attracting people who are building theirs into my space. I'm meeting awesome people randomly. And when we sit down and we shoot the shit, we're helping each other on our own journeys. Like, why don't you do this? Or they give me like a gem, or they introduce me to someone else. And it's a whole new demographic of people I've opened myself up to. As soon as I open myself up to the idea of build your own table.
It's true. You need your own table. I learned that. And I started the podcast back in February.
Okay.
I released my first podcast back in February, and the amount of people I can say I've been humbled, like yourself, to have met and know and continue to know. I think it's one of the best things that you can do. But the whole point of the podcast is to help people like you're doing today. You've given so much knowledge to help somebody who is just starting. And that's actually my next question, about somebody new who's coming into DJing and wants to start being a DJ. Without having you guys on a podcast, there would be no podcast to educate people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I agree with your father. I agree with him.
Build your own table. I think that's my I would say that's my advice to anybody who's thinking about doing it full time.
Yeah.
Don't try chase to be part of some collective.
Okay.
Don't try chase to be part of some team. Not to say that you must do this on your own, because frankly, as far as I'm concerned, my team, as I say, it's like everybody kind of has that one group that they kind of do have in order for them to kind of accelerate.
Yeah.
Majority of them aren't even in music.
True.
I need my team for my mental health. I can do the rest. I need my team to remind me who I am, remind me what I'm doing it for, remind me what I've done, and remind me where I'm going. That's what I need my team for. I don't need all of us to just be level pegging, or me just chilling with 8 DJs. That don't make no sense. I ain't gonna see you lot all the time anyway because we're always playing.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That don't make no sense. But my team is like my 2 best friends, my half sister, my partner, my mum, my dad. That's my team.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're gonna be painfully honest with me. They're gonna keep it completely 100, and they've never judged me based on my crepes or based on my hair or based on my skin color or things like that. So have positive people around you, creatively, I'm thankful to have a very creative family.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, there was the people who's like, oh, so when are you going to get a real job instead of doing this DJing thing? I've had that. Exactly, I've had that. But I never had it from my mum.
Okay.
That's all that mattered. My mum was like, no, if you're going to do it properly. That was always her thing. Whatever you're going to do it properly.
And do your best. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to imagine, I've got a black mother who's British born who used to teach dance. It couldn't have been easy in this country.
That's true.
In the 80s and 90s. Do you know what I mean? So when it comes to being in a creative space and having something that you do that people can't fathom how you do it. That's why I say, that's how you know that you're creative. There's something that you do and people can't work out why or how you do it. That's how you know you're a creative. Just make sure you're around other people like it and send out the energy you want to get back.
That's a good
That's
one.
what I would do to anybody getting into the business. Not even DJing, photography, dance, acting. Put out the energy you want to get back.
Yeah.
Be around people that are going to drive you spiritually,
mentally,
financially,
physically, yeah,
skillfully. Do you know what I'm saying? Be around those kind of people. But if you're going to sit around and smoke with the man them, you're just going to be one of the man them.
Yeah. And then years will fly by, and trust me, life goes fast. You don't
quick.
It goes fast, it goes quick, and you don't even realize. Press send. You pressing send?
I know, I'm looking at it. And I was like, yeah, 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes.
Oh, man. Okay, here's one for you. Tell me what success looks like to you, because we all have a different definition of what success looks like. But what does it look like to you and feel like to you?
Organic happiness.
Oh, I like that. No one's ever said the organic part. They've said happiness, but they've never said the organic part.
No, I've always said that happiness is a choice. Mm-hmm. Happiness is a choice I made years ago. I shouldn't say I have been. I'm susceptible to depression.
Okay.
But I have to let it in.
Yeah.
So when it's like, I always say there's no such thing as a fake smile. So just smile. It'll feel good after a while. That's not to say that'll work for everybody, but that's what worked for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, organic happiness. I like, and peace. I need peace in my life.
When was the last time you felt you had peace? Like you ultimately felt? You have it now? I like that.
All the years I have felt complete peace, 2020.
Wow.
Found peace. I know what it feels like now. And I know what I've got to do to get it.
Okay.
Had to lock off a lot of people I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had to lock off a lot of people I love. It's like being lactose intolerant and really liking ice cream.
That's
you
me.
Can't eat it no more.
You said what I am. Yeah.
Snap.
Yeah.
And I love me some hard stars. I love it.
Yeah.
Love me.
Yeah.
You got a lot of them things there that don't love you. If you got a nut allergy and that could kill you, you're not going to eat nuts. So I treat that the same as I treat people. If you don't love me, I can't have you around. I can't. Because me, I'm going to love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
When you're around me, your belly will never empty. Them kind of things. I will always make sure you eat. I'm that person. I'm a Cancerian. I love my house. I like to look after people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I like to make sure, all right, you're hungry. I'll make up a food, and you know what I mean. That's me. But if you don't love me, I can't have peace. A lot of people, I saw this online recently, actually. A lot of people complain about not being able to sleep, and that's because they ain't got no peace. It's nothing to do with you not being tired. You don't have any peace. Find peace. You will sleep at night.
I agree
You will
with that
sleep
one.
at night. And I sleep well.
Yeah, me too.
Now. Now. I've been through the ringer of, because don't get me wrong, I have my money issues. I don't like my bills. My body's had a bit of a freak out this year. I had struggles with my hair. I hate my teeth. My mum's not well. I've got a list of things that aren't going 100%.
Wow.
But I have to accept the things that I cannot change. And if I can change them, make an effort to do so.
Yeah.
And if it means I'm going to be knackered at the end of all of this, like today, I got to my bed about 5, 6 a.m.
What?
But I got a podcast in the morning, so get up. Get up. Made a commitment. Get up. You saw me with a coffee, and you know you're a grown up when you drink coffee with no sugar or no milk.
Oh yeah, boy.
Black of the berry. I'm telling you. Just I didn't even use a spoon. Just pour it fresh out the tin and just mix that water. Just me, like
you came on already.
That's fine. It's all right. Midday I mails. But yeah, I've got things to do. Got things to do. Again, it's like, because I'm launching my own event.
Okay.
I have a brand that I'm launching.
Yeah.
And the announcement is at 12 o'clock. It's 12:02.
Duck, do it.
I'm doing it. I'll tell you all about it in a minute as well. So when it comes to the crunch of me actually saying to myself with regards to me finding peace, it's little things like that.
Yeah.
The fact that I stayed up until stupid o'clock in the morning, getting all my promo videos done, like making sure that all of my flyers were in place, making sure that the ticket was live, making sure that it's on the website, making sure that's done, making sure I got the photos from the girls, make sure I got this, make sure I got that, going back onto the website, updating that information, blah, 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 blah.
You have a structure. You're structured. That's what it is. You
Love
have
it.
to.
I'm a time Nazi. Yeah. Everything has its time. Everything has its time. I've never been late for nothing in my life. I don't understand why. Lateness is lying. You lied.
Yeah,
you said you'd be here at 2.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
so,
I agree with you.
Either have the balls to tell me you're going to be late, because me, I know I'm going to be late 3-4 hours in advance because I organise my time. Get me? But you saying to me, I'm stuck in traffic at 2 o'clock? No, you knew you were going to be late when you left your house at 10:02 and it was a half an hour drive.
That's true, you know. I've seen that many a times.
I'm stuck in traffic, you know. Whereabouts are you? And all of a sudden it's hour. I ain't got time for it. No, sorry. No, you lied. You lied, didn't it? So, you lied.
Okay, send it.
You're a liar. You're a liar. Okay. No, man, it's only 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes I might need for something. I work for
something
myself.
else. Yeah, when you're self-employed, 10 minutes is 10 minutes. 10 minutes can be like a deal or not deal. You getting that deal?
10 minutes is a big piece of time. And it's like, a lot of people don't actually realize once you end up self-employed, you're going to wish you were back at that 9 to 5. Because at 5 o'clock, you can stop.
No, but not when you're self-employed.
I can't the job's done.
Yeah. And sometimes you're working a good 14 hours. No, it's true.
Didn't I tell you that I reached my bed at 5 o'clock this morning?
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. When I'm editing, I don't stop until I'm done.
I can't stop till it's done.
Because you just don't feel like you've done what you're meant to do. You just don't feel like it's your best. Why are you cutting off halfway?
For what? That don't make no sense. For what? Because I'm very... You know what? I can't even post this yet. Because I've got some things I want to do to that video. I'm going to make them wait. I'm so excited. I'm going to make them wait. But yeah, there's so many different avenues that I could have taken in my life that would make this very easy.
Yeah.
But I'm not here for convenience. I'm here to leave a little piece of a legacy.
I was just going to ask you that.
I want people to remember me when we're gone. Because unfortunately, there's people that I have known and loved that have passed away, and I don't remember them daily.
Yeah.
But there's other people that have passed away, and I think about them every day, for what they put out into this universe. I'm trying to put some good shit out in this universe, so my name will ring true after I'm dust.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I don't have any children. But them 4 little USBs that I carry with me, they're my babies.
See?
And my plants.
Wow.
Have plants in your house, it'll brighten your day.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, definitely. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there. Okay, talk to me about why you're different from other people. And what makes your DJing different from other people's?
Sorry, I'm just opening my window. I am... In terms of how I play, I've always tried to be, well, it's not even always tried to be. I grew up in Milton Keynes. If you don't know Milton Keynes is a very white area. I'm very used to being the odd one out.
Yeah, same.
I know how to be the odd one out. Mm-hmm. And being the only black child until like year 7 is character building.
It is, actually.
That's all I can say. It was character building. I've kind of put that into every facet of my life in terms of I'm used to sticking out. Mm-hmm. Now I want to stick out for positive reasons. I've always done something a little bit differently to everybody else.
Yeah.
It's just the way I am. Again, it's that only child thing. Yes, I had imaginary friends. Straight. I had imaginary friends because there weren't nobody in the house. So I need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So it's all those kind of things really did character build for where I am now. How I DJ is slightly different because I'm very aware of how I like to listen to music because I listen to so much different music.
Yeah.
I will play different music in my set. Get me? Yeah, I'll get that hip hop book in, but try know I'm going to mix Another One Bites the Dust by Queen and you're going to lose your mind.
Yeah.
Because as I said, tune is tune. Tune is tune.
I agree with you there.
And that will drop and you lot are going to be like, yo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I've always been that person who will do something slightly different. And because I do things slightly different, I attract people who are slightly different, who show me different shit. That's how I met my partner. He's slightly different.
Yeah.
My 2 best mates, they're slightly different.
Well, you attract them. You attract them.
Get me? You get the energy you put out. And I think that's what sets me apart from a lot of other DJs. I do things slightly. I don't play the way that everybody else will play. And I don't do it on purpose. I just think my brain just does shit just a little bit differently. I'm not trying to outdo people. That doesn't make any sense. There's a lane for everyone. It's like there's a girl online. There's a makeup brand called Crayon Case.
Yeah.
It's black owned by first time I ever heard of her is when she was on. She used to record Vines. She used to be obsessed with Vine at one point. And she just used to do little stories. Then she started doing makeup tutorials. She was always good at doing her makeup. Then she decided to make up her own brand. My girl, her first Black Friday, she locked out $1 million.
What?
Yeah, single mom from New Orleans, I believe. Yeah, she's called Super Cent on Instagram. And Supacent, so Super Cent.
Yeah.
And she said, don't let a saturated market deter you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with her.
You get me? Because when she brought out her makeup brand, there was enough of them launching. But what set her apart was, number one, the makeup's good. And number 2, she was transparent about her business. Number 3, she put on her people.
Yeah.
She bought her own facility. She built her own table. She built her own table. She bought her own facility. She hired people she knew could get the job done to get the job done.
Yeah.
And now she's living in a mansion, multiple cars. And this is the launch of the brand is probably 3 years old.
Wow.
She got my money. I got my crayon case palette, and it's bloody brilliant. So yeah, just be true to your craft. I'm being true to my craft. I want to be excellent at this.
Yeah.
And every day's a full day.
See?
I learn something new every time. I scroll TikTok and all those kind of things for like music that people are playing in their videos. That's how I discover a lot of music recently. I say recently, probably for the last couple of years, I'll find that there's certain songs that I'll hear, and whether it's old or new, I'm like, what tune's that?
Yeah.
And I'll find it, I'll download it. Then when I download it, I find the artist, then I get obsessive and I need to listen to all of your music. Now I need to listen to all of your albums. Now I need to know all about you. I'm on Wikipedia. Who's his mum? Where did he grow up? I'm that person. Yeah, I just want to know everything about it. I want to know everything about you. I want to know how that music, what kind of human made that music?
Yeah.
What influences made that sound? Little things like that.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
It must.
If you could choose one quote that
Completely
represents you
and
as a person, what quote would you choose? If you could choose one quote that represents you as a person, what quote would you choose and why would you choose that quote?
Oh my goodness. That's not the quote. Just kidding. Oh my goodness, it's boring, but okay, each to their own. A quote that would describe me.
I got you thinking. Boy.
Trust me. You got me to shut up. You overrode the caffeine. Pick up yourself.
Oh, what? Boy.
It won't last.
All right.
Chill out. All right. All right. You can get me. I know you got your fancy microphone. Okay. No, I'm joking. I think, oh gosh. I think nowadays it's like I had a discussion with my partner recently, and he asked me, like, who are you? Who do you see yourself as? Mm-hmm. But because this year has been so much has happened to me this year, I don't know who she is anymore.
Okay.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because new shit's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've moved in with my partner. I've started my own business. I've become self-employed with regards to DJing. I've blocked my hair. I've got a tattoo on my hand. There's so many things that have just happened. And that's all since February the 10th this year. Everything just started happening. And it's like, I just started to move with it. So I think shit. Build your own table. I think that seems to be the theme. I think that would really describe me. Build your own table, your own pace. Make your own success. You know what I mean? Very much that has been the driving force of a lot of the stuff that's happened to me.
Yeah. Where
I've had to just take complete control of my destiny. This is my road. Yeah, there's going to be people crossing. Yeah, there's going to be a couple of obstacles. Yeah, I'll do a couple of hurdles. See, but that's my road.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the best way to describe me would be, the best way that kind of where I am now is see what building your own table can do for you.
That's a good one, actually.
Because for me, it's really shown me a completely different side to me. Especially this side of 40. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like who I'm becoming.
See?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
You can feel it. You can feel it.
I'm here for this.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
But yeah, I think it would be a case of see what building your own table can do for you. Yeah. Because it really has shown me a completely different side to myself that it's like, I don't like to call it fear because I constitute fear with negativity.
Yes.
I call this excitement. I'm excited. You know what I mean? You know that nervous feeling in your belly?
Mm-hmm.
Like roller coaster?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that one.
It's like a little bit of in it. So yeah, man, I think that'll be it.
Okay.
See what building your own table will do for you.
And my last question for you, okay? My last one is, where can we find you on all your social medias? Because I know you're about to just put something out there on your social media. So if you want to talk about
I
it.
am, you know.
No,
Someone just said that. So, not scroll, you know what I mean? I am the SheJay everywhere. I'm not on Snapchat because I'm not 10. And because Instagram is basically Snapchat. I don't see the point in me having two apps, and I can't be able to stop between the two. So Instagram is SheJay. You can find the majority of everything to do with me on my website, which is theshej.com.
Yep.
I have a podcast I do every 2 weeks called The Other One Show.
Yep.
It's basically in my shit for an hour. Might get political, might end, because it's like, for instance, the last episode, I basically spent 20 minutes cussing out littles.
You were cussing out littles.
Hey, as soon as the wardrobe come, it took us 2 days to assemble, it broke.
What?
Right? You want to hear the rest of the story, go listen to the episode.
Okay, right. I'm going to.
But yeah, that's the show. Listen, I go in. So, yeah, I talk about music, talk about films, talk about my life, talk about what's going on, talk about what's not going on. That's what I'm about. So yeah, I do that every fortnight. All of my past episodes are on the website. I used to do a thing called SheJay's Got a Grievance, which is basically me ranting down my phone for about 10 minutes. All of those videos are on there as well. All of my mixes, cross all genres, house mixes, R&B mixes, hip hop mixes, bashment mixes, they're all on there. My bio is on there. If you want to book me, you can book me directly through there as well. If you want to send me an email, info@theshej.com. Just search the SheJay. You'll see it's me.
Yeah.
Everything about me and what I'm doing and who I be, theshej.com.
CJ, I want to thank you so much for coming on the Us People podcast. I've had a laugh. You've given knowledge. You've given wisdom.
No.
Guys.
I do my best.
Yeah, you always do. I can see that.
I'm very happy.
I can see that, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Yes People podcast. And please remember, you can subscribe to Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and any other platform that you prefer listening to. Please also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also donate to the Yes People podcast by simply going to the Savia Rocks website or just typing in paypal.me/Us People podcast. Thank you for listening. Stay happy, stay positive, and as always, please continue to be kind to one another.
I need a solution. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with her. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with confusion. Yeah, I'm done. I need a solution. Peace of mind, peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. I protect my energy and peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. Peace of mind, peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. I protect my energy and peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. Peace of mind, peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. I protect my energy and peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. Peace of mind, peace of mind.
People say that having a peace of mind is trying to find a consistency of calmness within ourselves, to crave for a clarity that drives us through our emotional journey of life, to never let a person's judgment manifest into a fear inside of us, learning to believe in our ability to shine through the darkest moments and tunnels when we cannot see the light. Patience being our light for forgiveness and strength, to believe in our destiny. If you want real peace of mind, one needs to stop fighting their inner thoughts and embrace them with love, because love is the most amazing and beautiful strength that we have to conquer our peace of mind. Make your thoughts impact a nation by keeping them true and honest, especially to yourself, but make your peace of mind protect you when you don't have strength to embrace anything else. Find your peace of mind by listening to your heart.
Peace of mind, gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. I protect my energy and peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind.
And 9 times out of 10, people just expect you to just give you information and then they can figure it out. But ultimately, if you ask me, I'll give you the real.
Keep my energy and peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. I protect my energy and peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind. I protect my energy and peace of mind. Gotta keep my energy and peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind.